Good morning and welcome to Niagara Bottling MIN at Elko New Market, Minnesota, located at 11551 Deuce Road, Elko New Market, Minnesota, 55020 United States. We need your focus and complete attention to this safety video. Hence, we request you to please silence your phone and computer for the next 20 minutes. Niagara Bottling, LLC is a family-owned manufacturer of bottled water and soft drinks based in Diamond Bar, California. We produce private-labeled bottled water for a number of companies including Walmart, Great Value, Food Lion, Safeway Incorporated, Signature Select, Costco, Kirkland Signature, Sam's Club, Members Mark, BJ's, Wellesley Farms, and many more. We operate more than 50 bottling plants in both the United States and Mexico. Here are some of our products which we make at Niagara. Niagara Bottling, LLC is constructing a new water bottling manufacturing facility at Elko New Market in 2024/2025. It is located at 11551 Deuce Road, Elko New Market, Minnesota, 55020 United States. Please refer to the layout of the building. All vendors and contractors must enter the facility from the plant south truck entrance. Parking is located in drop lot near trailers, and overflow parking is located at the front office building. Please use the dedicated contractor entrance gate while entering and exiting the site. Contractors must use dedicated man door to enter the building located near dock door 5. Here are the expectation from the presentation. All contractors, subcontractors, vendors and their employees must attend this safety orientation their first time on site and at least annually thereafter. In addition to attending the safety orientation, you are required to fill out a few documents. Make sure your name, the company name, date, and time are clearly legible. These documents are as follows. Attendance sheet. Safety/GMP rules. Hard hat decal. Basic safety rules. The use or possession of alcohol or intoxicants on the job site is strictly prohibited. No employee will be allowed to work while under the influence of intoxicants. Violation of this rule will result in immediate termination and/or removal from the project site. Tobacco or vaping use of any kind is strictly prohibited on our property. This includes inside vehicles parked in our parking lots. If you must smoke or use tobacco, you are required to go to a dedicated smoking zone outside the building. Check with Site PM for smoking locations. The possession of firearms and/or explosives on the project site is prohibited. Disorderly conduct such as horseplay, running, or fighting are prohibited. Obey all safety warning signs. Do not remove or modify safety barricades without permission. All barricades must be replaced before leaving the work area. All doors must be closed before leaving site. Parking lot safety. Yield to all pedestrian traffic. The speed limit is 10 miles per hour throughout our property. Upon arrival, please use the dedicated contractor entrance for entry/exit of the building. Contractor parking shall be in the dedicated contractor parking area near front office. We recommend to post your name and number on windshield in case we need to contact and move the car. Note, during winter months, snow and ice may be present. Always be aware of your surroundings and your footing while on property. If you must park trailers or equipment on site, you must get approval from the Niagara project manager and discuss where they can be parked. Niagara is not responsible for theft or damage to vehicles, tools, equipment, or personal property. Make sure vehicles have no leaks that may create an environmental issue. You are expected to clean up all leaks, drips, and spills you create. No parking or driving of any vehicle inside the building without prior authorization. Hospitality. Eating or drinking is not permitted inside the building, except drinking water from cooler, but not the product water from March 2025 onwards. Restrooms are located outdoors, near the contractor trailer area. Food and beverage machines will be located in the cafeteria, after it is billed. We require your food and beverages to be consumed in the cafeteria, or in contractors' trailers. Do not carry food product in factory. General safety and responsibility. We are committed to ensuring the safety and health of everyone working at or visiting our facility. We will strive for continuous improvement in safety, health, and environmental performance. Plant operations are to be maintained such that the demands of production and construction do not take precedence over safety. We require safety to be your #1 priority as well. All incidents, injuries, accidents, near misses, must be reported to the Niagara Site PM immediately. Contractors are responsible for investigating and correcting all incidents involving their employees and subcontractors. Notify the Niagara contact person directly after any occurrence. Completed investigation report must be forwarded to Niagara PM within 24 hours of incident. Include root causes and corrective action plan. A representative may be asked to participate in any investigation on Niagara property. Inform Niagara PM contact of unique hazards you may encounter or anticipate of creating. Any safety devices disassembled must be returned to working order. Work with your contact if safety equipment is not returned to its original design. Labels, guards, signs, etc. shall be intact prior to removing locks or returning a system to service. Contractors will perform safety inspections of their work area and address deficiencies. If using outside inspector, notify Niagara PM before allowing on site. Some of the site hazards are as following. LGV and forklift. While working on height and plant, please use cones and a spotter to avoid any interference with LGV/forklifts. Also, while walking in plant, please be cautioned for LGV/forklift traffic. CIP chemicals. At site following chemicals are present, which include sulfuric acid, caustic. Please be aware of their locations and avoid interference. Hot equipment and piping. There are hot equipment and piping at several locations which are marked with labels. Please avoid touching. Slip, trip and fall hazard. Look out for any slip, trip or fall hazards. Emergency evacuation. Upon fire alarm, use the nearest door to evacuate outside the building. Assembly point is near contractor trailer area, or front office area, whichever is nearest. Upon storm or heavy snow, take shelter inside the building in locker room. PPE during construction. Mandatory PPE. Safety glasses. Hearing protection. Hard hat. High visibility vest. Full clothing in good repair is required. Protective steel toe boots are recommended in project areas due to hazards like nails or tools. Gloves, specific for task. Harness, working above 6 feet. PPE during operation and construction. In addition to construction PPE, following Niagara GMP guidelines must be followed. Use of hairnets, beard net for visible beard. No jewelry in plant. Watches, rings with stone, bracelets, necklaces, earrings, piercings, rings. No food or drinks. Refer Niagara GMP policy. Contractor communications. There will be a weekly or bi-weekly meeting with contractor site PM and Niagara PM with following agenda. First 10 minutes will be dedicated to safety. Communication of any safety near misses. Communication of any unique hazards. Communication of any hazardous chemical delivery. Project updates with each contractor. Safety rules. Forklifts, always only trained and authorized personnel to operate powered industrial equipment. Lockout tagout, always use lockout/tagout to ensure isolation of equipment. Guarding, never bypass or alter any machine guarding, interlocks, or other critical safety features. Permitted work, always a strict adherence to all permitted work system like confined space entry, working at height, excavation. Electrical safety, all electrical work completed by qualified individuals. Barricading and signage. Yellow caution tape means enter with caution, like crossing a street, looking to the left, right and up overhead. Red and black means danger, do not enter. Use safety cones while using a boom lift or scissor lift. Always have a spotter while working on height. Use signage to define areas including limited access zones, overhead work zones, etc. Hot work welding. Hot work, those situations where welding, cutting, burning, brazing, grinding, sawing, spark testing, use of power tools, internal combustion engines, sparking motors, etc., or the use of open flames in areas may initiate a fire or an explosion. Fire watch is required all times, even during breaks. Fire watch duration must be a minimum of 1 hour after completion of hot work activity. Fire watch duration of 2 hours will be required under the following conditions: wood floors, fuel conveying systems, and steel plates over wood floors. Contractors' fabrication areas must have welding curtains. Contractor are required to sign a hot work permit daily while performing any hot work. All contractors shall have fire extinguishers in their fabrication area. Pipeline breaking permit. A hazard assessment in the form of a pipeline breaking checklist and permit must be filled out and issued prior to initial safe first break opening on pipelines, process lines, and tubing that contain, or may have contained, hazardous materials or may have been under pressure. Hazardous materials include following: gas, liquid, solid, flammable, toxic, combustible, corrosive, hot, under pressure fluid or unknown fluid. Confined space entry. Niagara Site Team is responsible for determining if acceptable entry conditions are present at a confined space where entry is planned, for authorizing entry and overseeing entry operations, and for terminating entry as required by this procedure. Confined space permits should be approved by the Niagara personnel. It is very important that you do not enter a confined space unless trained to do so. All confined spaces are marked as danger confined space, do not enter. Or danger confined space, enter by permit only. Excavation. The work area may be considered a controlled access zone. Do not enter areas that are taped off or otherwise marked with danger or caution signage. Review underground drawing before excavation, in order to avoid any underground hazards. Underground scans are recommended before excavation. Contact Niagara Site PM for any questions before excavation. Working at heights. Working at heights is defined as any work at a height of more than 6 feet above ground surface, or the next working surface level, or within 6 feet of any hole or opening larger than 12 inches by 12 inches with a depth of more than 6 feet. Risk assessment has been conducted, safety precautions identified. Appropriate fall protection is provided, harness and anchor points. Work will be performed by qualified workers familiar with safety precautions in risk assessment. Work does not endanger others in the immediate area where the work is being conducted. Controlled access zone, area marked and restricted to authorized entrance only. Means: shut down operations in the area and only persons performing work can enter. Use cones and spotter to avoid interference with LGV and forklift traffic. Contractors are required fill out working at heights permit daily. Aerial boom lifts and scissors lift. Operators must be trained and authorized. All work must be accomplished with feet firmly on the deck. All workers will utilize a personal fall arrest system, harness, connected to designated lift anchors. Fall restraint required. Lanyard secured to platform anchor points. Any working at height shall require a dedicated spotter for LGVs. Use of safety cones is mandatory in LGV areas. Lift operation and safety manual shall be present in the lift. All lifts will be used in accordance with manufacturer's instructions and limitations. Periodic inspection of lift is required. Operators must have documented training cards. Industrial vehicles or mobile equipment. Sound horns when rounding corners. Use a spotter when obstructed views exist. Electrical, diesel or LPG equipment must be approved by the Niagara PM and must include an exhaust scrubber. No standing on forks while in motion. No walking under suspended loads. Speed limit 5 miles per hour. Lockout/tagout and energy isolation, LOTO. Only trained and authorized personnel will be permitted to perform work under LOTO conditions. All impairment-related activities must be coordinated through Niagara Site PM or plant engineer. Note: Danger tags indicating ownership of the lockout devices and the equipment/circuit de-energized should be provided. Verification clear and try restart shall be conducted to confirm isolation. Questions and discussion. Any questions, please note it down and inform to the Niagara site PM. Ashish Moore and Marcus Ubre.